Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Coming out with it, it's Moffitt. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The battle for the Ags has been built on close, contentious, hard-fought, down-to-the-wire games. That was not the case last year as Minnesota won in a blowout.
This is a big opportunity, I think, for Minnesota. If they could win in yet another blowout, think how much that would help their recruiting. These two schools, they recruit the same kids, so a big opportunity here for Minnesota.
They recruit the same kids. They're built the same way, built on physicality, built on toughness. This rivalry, the Axe, all of it means something, and especially when you lost big the year before, you're going to have something to say about it today.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Bulls his way forward. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle once upon a time. You know, in Canada, we have to use axes quite often for fireplaces, and it gets very cool. But not like this axe right here. None as valuable or as important to thousands and thousands and thousands of people the way the Paul Bunyan's axe is.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got the back over the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist.
Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice.
Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They move the tight end all over. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Badgers want to move quickly. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
Minnesota 14, Wisconsin 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster, and every game he just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
A nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
Wide out in motion. They'll try the run. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense getting set for first down. Give to the running back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
The Badgers in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Using his feet. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Will they do it again? They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. He'll call his own number. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Now on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding them.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and
fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota! The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28, Wisconsin, 7.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here. Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 45, on his way. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He makes the catch. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll throw it on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. This dude might break his career high in passing.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
This has been a disaster for the offense down close to the goal line. The first snap, they get sacked. The second snap, they're lucky it wasn't picked, throwing that one into coverage. Here you go on 3rd down. You're going to have to throw for it. You better be careful. QB's got to make a good decision.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Wisconsin, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, the ground game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's back to throw on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the move, he fires. Got his man all by himself. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage blitz.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Tackle is made after the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Turns it on at midfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Fights off a defender.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He looks that one in nicely. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the beatdown has ensued. And fellas, I tell you, the Gophers are starting to give the Badgers the business end of that axe.
Yes, they are, Reese. I tell you what, the Gophers taking the lead in this rivalry game late in the ball game. Palmer, they are set up with the way they're built. they're in a good spot.
Yeah, when you think back to all the great games in this rivalry between these two schools, it usually comes down to the team that's the most physical. And so far here, it's been the Gophers being physically dominant in the trenches.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down for the offense. He wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Minnesota 42, Wisconsin 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Back to the air one more time. They're working that left side. Oh, the pirouette. He's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you.
Going up top. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Quick spin on the ride. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give to the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here lately.
Now the pitch. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
691, Gator Spark.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Minnesota.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting it.
Hey, that's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Not by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. To the air on 1st down. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They're trying to get to it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota! And this defense
Touchdown.
points of their own. What an interception return.
Scores for the defense.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. And he runs out of bounds with the interception.